This is complete garbage.
Normally in drama slop videos, when you see it's over, it's actually just the start. But in this case, it's actually over. Thor the Pirate has been nullified. He's been counterbalanced in the recent Stop Killing Games patch. Not clickbait, genuinely kaput.
All of this can eat shit then. I dropped the mask entirely. I have no qualms about that. They can eat my entire ass.
Okay, hey, hi, hello. I am the satirical miracle, the planet's most entertaining human being. I am the ruthless gatekeeper. My name is Dan Frampton, and I have a single question for you. When you buy things, do you expect to own them? Do you expect to be able to use the product after you spent your hard-earned cash on it? Of course you do. You're not an idiot. You're a very smart consumer person that expects to get what you pay for. That is extremely reasonable. But there's this thing that video game developers can do, and that thing is stop supporting their games. And when they stop supporting their games just kind of die, and their player base, even if they're 12 million players strong, have to go along with it. And I think that that's pretty whack. And do you know who else thinks it's pretty whack? This Ross guy who has a YouTube channel. He started a petition, nay, a government initiative to stop killing games. All you gotta do is sign these petitions, and then maybe a government official will look at it, and these companies will not be allowed to just kill their products. No consumer on earth would oppose such a noble cause. Stop Killing Games is so selfless that you'd have to be the most evil and cynical person on earth to oppose such a righteous call to action. Unless, of course, you're a former Blizzard employee known as Thor the Pirate. Yar, matey.
Oh shit, now this is actually really dumb. It's used car salesman garbage. This is shit. It's shit. Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to.
Now, typically speaking, when you got a video game, you got a piece of software that has the data that has the game on it, and then you put that data on your hardware and you're able to play it. Bingo, bango, bongo, you're done. You're playing video games and you're having the best time of your life, right? But if it's a multiplayer type thing, it's a little bit more complicated than that. You got servers, you got all these fucking people out there all over the place accessing these servers, and then those servers can get overloaded. So then there's other servers in other parts of the world kind of thing, you know? But the problem with that is those servers could be player owned, and then the people that are passionate could keep up those servers, but that's not who owns the servers. You and I both know that the evil billionaire video game company conglomerates are the ones that own these friggin' servers. And if they're like, you know what, we can't really allocate all these funds and resources and employees to like service this game, well then the game just dies and everybody out there who's playing it no longer can play the game. There's a recent example that Ross was explaining in his video, the largest campaign ever to stop publishers destroying games, where this game is called The Crew. It has that 12 million player base that I was talking about. And Ubisoft is all like, nah, I think we're gonna stop supporting this. And it's not like Ross thinks The Crew is the best game in the world. It's just the game that it's happening to right now, and it'll set a great precedent. But Rob does such a much better job of explaining all of this sort of stuff. What you need to know about Ross's mission is all in the name. He wants to stop killing games. The dude knows he's not a lawyer or an expert. He's a gamer. One who happens to be pretty passionate about this topic and who's been talking about these kind of live service issues on his channel going back at least 6 years now. He comes across as humble, noble, hardworking, knowledgeable, passionate, professional, level-headed, an absolute badass, the kind of guy you want at the helm of a mission like this. You'd have to be a certain kind of scumbag to be mean to this guy. This video talking about Stop Killing Games that Ross put out, it came out over a year ago, and the only big creator talking about it was Thor the Pirate. And he was just a total hater. He was being very mean to Ross while misrepresenting the initiative and spreading false information, all the while slandering his name and saying stuff like this.
No, eat my entire ass. The level of stupid that I just had to receive was like sitting on Twitter for 12 hours.
For Thor to be like, eat my whole ass, or this is like used car salesman shit type shit, or whatever, just makes Thor the Pirate look like the most petty, mean, and evil little goblin man on the entire internet. And for over a year, the biggest creator talking about this initiative was Thor the Pirate. And that is all changing now, because now we have the Act Man.
Fucked up my face.
This is part of the Stop Killing Games initiative, and just in the last 3 days, this initiative has gained over 100,000 new signatures.
Are we blind? Deploy the garrison!
And its entire goal is game preservation.
Ordinary Mudahar.
So yes, am I a little bit angry at Pirate Software for misrepresenting this initiative and still constantly becoming the lightning rod for just not, presenting it in a good faith manner? Yes, absolutely.
Moist Charlie in the Florida Man Chronicles.
Hey pal, I see you're not wearing your smile today. Is everything alright? Let me go ahead and give you a reason to put one on real quick. Boo! Good news jump scare, baby, that's right. The Stop Killing Games initiative has gained so much momentum over the last week, and now it's looking like there is a legitimately good chance that it'll hit the 1 million signature goal required to push the initiative to the next phase.
Jackseptictank.
A lot of us, and is affecting a lot of us who are into the gaming space, which is the Stop Killing Games initiative. I know a lot of people have been asking me to talk about it for a while.
Asmongold, etc. Everybody is talking about Stop Killing Games, and none of them are on Thor's side. Literally, none of them. Yeah, it is an uphill battle. Maybe a pipe dream, some would say, to get a government organization somewhere out there in the world to do anything that enforces anything with video games. But now we have more of a chance than ever before with all these big names in the space talking about it. The campaign is now over 75% reached, and Ross now knows that if they don't make the goal, it's on him. Because he feels now that any of the damage that Thor the Pirate did has now been completely neutralized.
Sitting there at this point, the response to the last video I did has been so dramatic. I think we've effectively neutralized any kind of damage Thor did to the campaign in my eyes. So if we don't make it beyond this point, it is not because of him. I think it's just completely neutralized because the momentum we've got has been like what we got before that video came out.
Ross just wants to campaign and make this goal and is willing to accept any accountability for not making the goal if that were to happen. Now that it's in the cycle and now that it's in the news and everybody is making videos about it, everybody's writing articles about it, now there's an actual chance in hell of this actually happening. Stop killing games! And Ross is such a badass. He's willing to debate this in front of a large audience, but why would anybody debate this? Now that Thor doesn't matter, he's kind of been drowned out by all these other bigger creators than him, we can just move on from Thor the Pirate. The Thor the Pirate situation as it pertains to Stop Killing Games is over.
That is awful. That is a horrible goddamn direction. That's awful, dude.
He doesn't matter. He's a footnote. He's a lump of gum on the bottom of the soul of the internet. And do you think Thor the Pirate's going to acknowledge any of this? Do you think he's going to admit to misunderstanding the initiative?
This shit sucks. That's a really stupid ass move.
Or apologize for spreading misinformation? I don't think so.
That's an incredibly stupid ass move. I think this is ass.
He's out there saying things like, eat my entire ass, while his entire ass is in his own mouth.
The whole thing. That sounds stupid as shit.
He's out here calling Ross a used car salesman. Meanwhile, he's being like a sleazy slumlord, using sketchy ass tactics to kind of muddy the waters of what this is all about. Maybe Thor the Pirate should tell us which company he's worked for in the past over and over and over and over and over again, like an insufferable worm. Oh, for those who don't know, it was Blizzard. He worked for Blizzard. Did you know Thor the Pirate used to sail the 7 seas for Blizzard? Are they even a company anymore? Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. If you comment within the first 3 hours of me uploading, I will reply, and that's just a Frampton guarantee. StopKillingGames.com. Okay, goodbye, see you later, and have a good one.